Good afternoon. It is Friday at 1:02. The number for blackjack, a total card count where you count the aces 11, but you count the jack, queen, king also is 11, 12, and 13. Otherwise than that, that would actually be 96, which is the man and his birth. The thing I want to bring up right now is in Celsius and Fahrenheit. 23 Fahrenheit is -5 Celsius. 23 to 0 and 0 to 5 makes a total of 28, which says the beta heaven of B creation, and 5 is the core. It is the center, the first beginning of the E world. Okay? It is created by A and D, which are the first of both worlds. But when 5 gets the core, he now ends up in area 5 on the telephone, and he is number 1. Okay? Because 5 is 1. So we go over here and we look at 1 and 5. And then I remembered, if it was the core and it's 1 and 5, it would be the I5COR. 15. That's what it would look like. 1 and 5 says 15. You may only see the 5 to the core. But once we put this word in, I5COR, a Hebrew thing, I'm not sure exactly what it means, some kind of prayer. It says I5COR, and that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly what it is in the Hebrew religion. Raphael, 7286. I have many, many, many little things. It is going to be, and it is actually, Rosh Hashanah. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to all those who don't have a religion. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy is the year, and it is new for every day we awaken. We must treat it as a newborn child. My reflection says we don't. The future doesn't say someone who smokes a joint can't be the prime minister, or the president, or the master of the world. Because who knows what kind of crack cocaine the other guys are doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just what the little guy is found doing. Not what the big guy. You know, I was doing a little word analysis on some stuff, and the word barley, 63. Oats, 55, related to the horses. Thoroughbred, standardbred, you get on their back, corn. Okay, the P of the ear. Okay, the cob also has a relationship according to the numbers. I know I haven't told you what they were, but when they say duck, duck, they're saying something exact and perfect. And the word duck has a 39-letter count. We haven't worked on the web. I mean the web feet, the water in the well. Well, nothing's going so good anymore. Maybe for me it's all right. But all right for me is when everybody is good. Otherwise than that, it's not good at all. You see, I can't actually put the pieces together, but I know there's a lot of people out there. I'm going to say, that's the one I got to follow. I got to, yes, where are they going? Yes, the Association of the Love of Man, gathering for one last hurrah in the last year of the old Mayan calendar, in which there was a celebration in Montreal based on that. In 1967, they called it Terre des Hommes, or Homme de la Terre. Actually, they're saying Christ. All the buildings seem to be pyramid style and Magen David-like. From 1967 after that, everything went silent. There was a bustling year, and people were making all kinds of money. Lots of wars went on all over the world. Wars raged. And we reached the year 1998, and everybody's saying the year 2000, that's it. Well, the year 2000, that was it. From 67 to the year 2000 is 33 silent years of the Christ, where you didn't hear the Christ, and he had already lived those 33 years. Now, the calendar ends. Time has began for Christ, not in the year 2000, okay, but on his first birthday. Because when Christ came back into the world, okay, being inseminated back in January, by the time they have him 9 months later, his birthday, okay, you can't start till the 10th of January anyways, but his birthday would automatically be September 11th. Why? He comes into the two world of a 9 berth or the 9 passage through the 5-hole, 1359 on the cards. So he comes back into this world. His first birthday is September 11th, 2001. Now, as I see it, since he's a Hebrew, he has his bar mitzvah in 2000, is it 13 or 2014 or 2013? 2001 he's born, first year is 1, 11th year is 11th. So he'd be having his bar mitzvah in 2013, 2014. That year, in 2014, on the Hebrew calendar, is 5775, and it says egg. You cannot use those numbers on the clock unless you were saying 7 o'clock, because there's no, unless you were saying 7 o'clock and the seconds. But there was no 7 on the hours, so we know the 7 didn't count on the hours. Anyways, I said what I had to say. The other thing I was thinking about is the pizza. Okay? How they put all the mix, all dressed. So this life had to have a little pizzazz because it was rolling on. It was cut up. It was like a pizza. Not only that, pizza also tells us, is it a small, a medium, a large, extra large, or is it a jumbo? But wait a second, that means shit to me. Is it 10 inches by 10 inches? Is it 12 by 12, 14 by 14, 16 by 16, 18 by 18, chai reish? And then they go from 18 to usually jump to 22. And that's life. Because 19, 20, and 21 is STU. It's the stew of the matter. But it's a single U and it still says stew. Anyways, for the name of Stuart. You know what's funny? I was looking at my keyboard and I looked at 2 of the keys that were really close together, and it said keyboard, backspace, delete. I mean, it was perfect. Yes, the caramel in the Mars bar. First of all, the caramel is the name of a wine, and Mars, well, it actually doesn't exist. I don't think 2468 does exist. Does it? Do we need 2468? Well, we need Venus. We must need Venus. Or do we really need Venus? 2 small planets, no moons, doing absolutely nothing in the sky. Because maybe God, who doesn't really work from one except from spirit, doesn't need any spirit sticks to help him fly. So you don't see no moons. Because he's got what they call wireless satellite. He thinks of what he wants and he gets it. And what he doesn't want comes to him because the computer knows what he needs to get. The 2 letters at the end of 20, 30, all the way to 90, the TY total 45. They in their own are 1/4 of the connection of 45, or 1/8, I'm sorry, TY, 45 count, the Fox Communications. Saw a quarter moon this morning. Actually, I saw a half moon. You know what I woke up to this morning? Chemtrails, tons of them, north of Montreal near the Mirabel area. Do you know where it is? It was disgusting. I saw the moon. It was so beautiful this morning, but they blocked it out. You see these planes going up like this. They don't fly like this one. They go up like this. And then you see them doing zigzags. Like the wind should break it up. You know what I'm saying? Covering up the matrix. It won't work. For you, it's a disguise. But for me, it won't work. And at the end, everybody's going to see anyways. How many times could you put the same coat of paint? Or how large are the strands now that you've played with them with your chemtrails? Maybe you've moved them apart. You disrupted them. Maybe you sped them up and slowed them down to something they weren't. Don't forget, man is the last cause. Man has the last reason of anything. So whatever changes, we changed it. God has the last word. He sure does. But he makes that last word before man has had a word at all. Therefore, that's why we don't collapse all the time. Sometimes God says, we'll let this one go. We come here to learn. That's it. We come here to love and learn what it is to love, what communication is all about, all the elements, why are they here, are there really dinosaurs, and so on and so forth. I think if there were dinosaurs, they were nice dinosaurs, and some nasty ones, and God had to put a few of each. He had to test them out. We're like old dinosaur bones millions of years ago. You don't think there's a chance our bones came from dinosaurs? First he made the bone big, then he shrank it down, made big dinosaurs and small dinosaurs. We might end up to be the reptilian crocodiles, just like you keep repeating. We do have the bend in our back that makes us the horsefish. And you know Charlie Tuna from Starkist? Chicken of the sea? Tuna of the sea? And they also sell chicken of the sea. So Charlie's a chicken. What is this? Tuna and chicken of the sea. And it's chicken. Why should it be of the sea, or it should be something that we should be looking at right now? Like maybe something is all tainted. But before it's tainted and the brighter picture is not painted in full color, I'll leave everything in my mind the best color of all. Gray. Just leave it gray. Then throw some white paint on it. Raphael 7286.